How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Caddison here. It's another episode of Once Upon a Time. It's episode 7 of season 6. This season's been killing it so far, and it was really great, especially with Hook and Henry, as well as, you know, dealing with the whole Shears debacle that Emma told Hook to discard at the end of episode 5. Obviously he didn't, and that came to light to Henry, as well as the fact that Hook was honest to Emma about you know, him keeping them hidden just in case for a rainy day, of course. So yeah, but it was really great to have a plot point being brought up about the second Liam, I guess you could say, and how he knew about Hook killing his father, and you know, despite things and all of that, things might be on the mend. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, it was really great stuff last time. I mean, apart from the ending bit, we are not talking about that. No. I do not condone it. Why don't we get into this episode of Once Upon a Time? It's episode 7 of season 6. Let's go.
You have 12 hours to figure it out. And follow your conscience. Or the whole town gets a taste of it.
Oh, lovely.
It will be their last taste of anything.
Lovely. Nice bit of ultimatum. It's not whiskey, I know that.
Perfect day. I'm finally getting my revenge on Snow White. And Prince Farming thrown in as a bonus.
You call him Prince Farming? That's a new one, to be fair. I don't know why I never thought of that.
He was grateful.
I bet.
Oh, now, sis. Don't start insinuating anything. We're simply old friends.
Of course.
Because friends can't have benefits, right?
That valuable. What is your name?
3 coppers would be fine.
Just keep under the radar. You know what? Keep it. It's a no questions asked policy. Oh no.
Corrupt and greedy. He's just happy to have gotten something of value for next to nothing. He won't tip anyone off. I think he might be wrong about that. Run!
Holy shit! Bad aim there, bud. I think she wants that necklace back.
Well,
lovely.
what kind of potion is that?
It's not a potion. It's water.
Oh, I knew it. Never trusted this stuff. Mom would never do that.
From the River of Lost Souls.
Oh.
She can destroy the whole town.
That is some nuclear Armageddon that the evil queen is packing. Foy! If anything happens to the dog, I'm gonna absolutely lose it. Oh boy.
Oh, sorry to intrude. My
You the same.
dog got something into his head.
There
it is. Yeah, he was the one that attacked Snow.
To go, Princess Snow. The fairies can help
Bluey.
you. Surely there is a way other than leaving your home.
Maybe more to it than business.
Oh.
And I...
Oh.
There was always a certain amount of chemistry.
Ah! Hook's me! Hook is me!
No, nothing ever happened. But I think we
But
can
something
use this
did
for our
happen at the same time.
Maybe we should take this someplace more comfortable.
Regina's really
Yes.
exposing
Like a bed of lies.
herself in a sense. It gross. Oh, the green.
Someone with your handwriting did.
Who could that be?
We're being played.
Like a damn fiddle? So Regina kind of exposed herself in a sense. It's weird to say, because it's... Yeah, you get the idea.
We can make it all the way to Longbourn in one leg.
Thanks.
Oh no. You drugged him!
You all right, Meg?
Dickhead.
They're great at finding strays. They just need to get the scent.
I just want the doggo to bite. Oh! Oof.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to take you to the Queen and get
Yeah,
home.
you're more valuable alive than dead.
She'll-
It's always good.
Hey, lovebirds. Found something.
Love that Regina's just tolerating it. Like, it make her sick to her stomach once upon a time ago. But she's like, get a room now.
You ready?
Always.
Once more onto the breach.
Tell your story.
Oh.
Shh, shush, shush, shush. It's story time.
There's this kind of cute reassurance here from Hook.
Vowed to kill these visions. You can overcome anything.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that really took a
Remember,
hit to the heart. Remember who you are.
the product of true love.
That was cute. I'm not gonna lie, that was cute.
Aren't you a real
Holy trip!
You saved me.
I thought I'd lost you forever.
May the love between you always be strong, true, and eternal.
Need anything? I will always find you.
Do you promise?
I do.
What a romantic trip!
Means I'm not.
Oh, dear. Well, maybe it can be repaired.
Super glue?
Maybe not.
Oh.
See you at the cemetery soon enough. It's a good place for endings.
Yeah. Yours. You didn't specify whose endings. It could be your ending. Just saying. You're gonna die.
Words, handing over the coins. You weren't even there for that.
Or he was, but you didn't know.
You weren't. Or were you?
They were so close, and yet so far away. She saved his skin. But she didn't know. Oh my Nelly! She didn't even know it was charming.
I'm gone. You can let yourself out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh!
I don't feel so alone right now. Knowing you believe in me means I'm not alone.
Words that the Blue Fairy said that David. So yeah, this is how they're gonna write how they came so close and yet they're so far away. And there's that spark.
Not since your husband struck a deal with the evil queen. I don't care about the deals that my husband makes. Are you sure? I mean,
Oh no.
wouldn't like to know the rest of what those two have been up to.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
It's always to each other and then back to you.
Are you sure?
Yes. Lift the protection spell.
I know they've got a trick. I know they've got a trick. Come on. What have we got? What have we got?
And since I couldn't quite accomplish that by killing you,
Killing David.
I've come up with something much more cruel.
Oh no, cause you know you got. Oh.
Sleeping curse. It's never kept us apart before.
This one has a little twist.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what?
You
Afraid of failing. That's worse than being evil. That's
That's just being too weak.
Giving up. You're tapping out. You're throwing in a towel. Oof. You gotta fight.
Selena.
Oh no. Oh, 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 oh.
How about that?
But there's a but, oh my god, no!
When one of you is awake, the other will be asleep.
They can't be
So
awake at
as
the same
As
time.
long as the curse is unbroken.
We'll never be together.
That is fucked. That is fucked. That is fucked. Now there has to be a way where yeah, either there has to be a way we can actually undo it without the kiss, of course, or we gotta find David a heart. What's Dr. Whale doing? I'm sure heart transplants are no. That's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? So, I mean, it's the one thing that is devastating. You know, they always find each other, but what if we, deny that? And it's a perfect parallel, really, in terms of, I say perfect parallel, might be a stretch, but in terms of the flashbacks when, you know, they did find each other, but they didn't, in a sense, because they didn't see each other's faces. So, and now you kind of have a bit of a macabre way of doing that, because they both cannot be awake. One has to sleep, one has to be awake. That's the rules, I guess, now with this curse. So, damn, Queen. No, but honestly, I was going through two minds when the evil Queen unveiled that, you know what? I've got a better idea, basically, in terms of hurting you. Because it was either David was going to die, or it was thinking about the future, about Emma's vision, about her getting... Yeah. Because I'm not sure how many more episodes are going to be left until we do hit that point where we know who's under the hood. But, yeah. Those were my two thoughts that were going through my mind. So, the way that they unfolded that creative way in terms of screwing over David and Snow was just really well done. It was not something that I contemplated whatsoever, especially with the fact that, of course, they share the same heart, and now we are seeing the ramifications of that, because, you know, one has to sleep, one has to be awake. Them's the rules of this curse. I would say that maybe Emma has a key part, maybe? I'm not sure, but obviously Hook gave her those words of encouragement, which was a really, really beautifully done scene. But with the fact that, you know, Emma, her being the product of true love, she can break any curse and all of that. I don't know if it's going to be too easy or whatever to anticipate that she could remedy this. But, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that a sleeping curse has, you know, I mean, we had it happen with Morpheus and Belle, didn't we? So, it wouldn't be the first time that a sleeping curse has been undone thanks to the child sharing that true love. So, and because of Emma being the product of true love, being Snow and Charming's kid, it might work, especially given that talk from Hook, but I don't know if that's too easy of a way to bring Snow back or whatever, but we'll just have to wait and see, because, like I said, it is a very, very creative way of screwing over the Charmings, and especially with the fact, it's really, really cold as well, because, you know, she could have outright squashed their hearts, but the evil Queen revels on pain so much. It's too easy to just go. So, yeah. But this is because of their like mantra of they'll always find each other. This is a way to make sure, hey, you will, just you won't be able to speak to one another. So fuck you both. Yeah. That's basically what she said. So very creative way on screwing them over. So yeah, but man. What a great... honestly, the season's continuing to kill it. Like, even the flashbacks... Like, I was getting a season 1 vibe. And I really, really did like the fact that we had Snow and David meet. Or Charming, should I say. Meet. I guess this was before their face-to-face encounter then. So, yeah. So, they met before meeting. Which like, obviously they had that excuse of not showing their faces and all of that. Like, oh, if you see my face, you'll be a wanted man, etc. But I really, really did like that. Like, that was, I guess, their first meeting before their initial meeting. So, with that ambush, of course, like in episode 3 of season 1. So, yeah, it was a really, really interesting way to incorporate that, as well as, of course, the woodcutter. I do have one pressing question, a question that bears so much importance. And, yeah. What happened to the dog? Like, I was worried. Because the dog wasn't there in present day. You know what? Though, like, if that dog is still alive, I want to make sure that dog gets adopted by the Charmings. They deserve a dog. They deserve that doggo. So, again, what happened to the dog? I'm assuming it went back to the... I don't know, but we didn't see it on the farm as well, like in other flashbacks. Because this is, before... Well, then again... Certain flashbacks occurred before Charming met Snow and all of that. But still, I want to know what happened to the dog. So, yeah. But yeah, this was really, really great stuff, this episode. Like I said, I really loved the flashback, of course. Especially the whole situation with the woodcutter. Yeah, just that initial meeting really with Charming and Snow, because they did it in, I guess, a bit of a clever way, because I was kind of expecting, well, the gap is big enough, because we did see in that nicely done compilation of their true love that there was a hand reaching out of and I was thinking, okay, is this going to pay some relation in terms of this backstory, which it did. But I was thinking with the whole, well, surely Snow is going to see Charming's face, right? It might be a bit harder for Charming because Snow's in a bit more of a darker environment, but the light shines on Charming, so surely. But they try to use every leeway possible to make sure that this encounter doesn't retcon their initial encounter, I guess. So, but they still met each other. It's just, yeah. One of those occasions where you just do not recognize it until they did, of course, in the present day with the whole sapling thing. So, yeah, it was really, really well done, in my opinion. And like I said, it was giving me season 1 vibe, so I really liked that. And I gotta say, though, Killian's talk with Emma, with the whole storybook thing, was just, yeah, I thought it was fucking wholesome. I will say that. That was really, really beautifully done. Like, obviously, Emma has a lot of worry, and there's a lot of anxiety going through her mind, just in general, at this point. And just the way that Killian that hook just ushered her into that calmness. Like, there was such a cute, wholesome way about it. I just really, really loved it. That support that he showcased, that kindness, it was just really, really beautiful. Like, yeah, you might not, like, there might be some people who might not ship Captain Swan. Yeah, there might be some people who might not ship them. I do, obviously. But you cannot deny that was a really, really nice moment. Like, especially with Hook, how he tried to be like, okay, I'm gonna, let me tell you a story, okay? And how he just, like, how, with Emma's anxiety and all of that, like, that panic that was reaching her, he made sure to ease her in. He made sure to shed some light in this kind of grim situation. So I really, really loved it. It was a really, really beautiful way to kind of give Emma that little bit of hope, really. So yeah, but I am wondering if that bit is going to be very fundamental in terms of, breaking the curse, etc. I feel like it's going to obviously be a bit more complex because of the whole shared connection thing, because obviously Emma's situation, it bears more power, obviously, with her being the product, her being the child of Snow and Charming, her being the product of true love. But I do feel like, obviously, it's going to be a bit more complex. So, obviously, we've seen David and Snow in the final battle with Emma and the hooded person. Emma's final battle, should I say. But, yeah, we just don't know how that's going to come to fruition, unless certain pieces are replaced, of course, because that's the thing with certain bits of the future. Like, you could potentially lead down the same conclusion or the same kind of scenery. I made this reference to another episode that I reacted to today, but I am just thinking about the Flash's season 3 finale, because that kind of played out in the same way, but then there were certain pieces that changed, kind of like little minute pieces as well, but there were certain big elements that changed. But the setting, the whole thing that was feared, it came to fruition. Only certain bits and pieces were changed, and that's what you're thinking about in this moment. If say for example, Snow spends the entire not that it's going to happen, but just theoretically, Snow spends the entire or David, should I say, because now they're like, there is this situation where one has to be awake, one has to sleep. So, and I do have a feeling that Emma getting might happen mid-season, because it's usually the formula for Once Upon a Time with these past few seasons. So that's why I'm thinking it might be mid-season. But, certain bits and pieces could change in terms of the vision. Like, instead of David being there, it could be, I don't know, Archie, for example, maybe. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how we're going to find a loophole around this scenario, because like I said, it's very creative. So yeah, also really loved the whole I say I loved the whole situation with, the whole evil queen Rumpel debacle. Obviously, I'm not really loving the uncomfortable environment that there is, but in terms of how other people responded, such as Zelina catching them, such as Regina kind of exposing herself in a sense. Not just in terms of like setting up, like having Zelina walk in to the shop and catching the evil queen and Rumpel, but also her revealing to the entire group, I might have had there might have been a bit of chemistry between me and Rumpel. And it's so funny, because I was like, you know what, I'm Hook at this moment, because you saw Hook's look of disgust and he was thinking, oh no, that's gross. But Henry was also in the room. He's just had to listen to the fact that his mother and his grandfather, yeah. So, what, like, yeah. I mean, like I said, I was more so focused on bloody Hook because of the fact that his face was very representative of how we're all feeling. And I think I posted episode 2 on YouTube the other day, and I think I got a few comments who because that's when the first instance of the evil Queen and Rumple emerged. I got a few comments that were not too pleased in terms of that dynamic, which is understandable because it's fucking gross. Whether it's the fact that, you know, it's Henry's mother and Henry's grandfather, or the fact that since she was young, Rumple taught Regina. It's gross all throughout. So yeah. But like I said, in regards to Zelina, like, I'm hoping this is a moment where Zelina finally chooses the right path, with her walking in on the evil Queen and Rumple. But also, I really loved the fact that she spilt little details to Belle, and obviously had Belle basically run him down in regards to the fact that, well, Rumple did say that he's afraid of failing, which, you know, I in some semblance you do get that he wants to be that loving person, or should I say, like, when it comes to a new parent, I guess you don't want to fail your child and all of that, and in some semblance Rumple is I guess showcasing that, but he's going about it in a very, very dodgy direction, especially with the Shias and all of that. And there is this kind of dictation, really, in terms of the future, because of the fact that he is trying to force this idea, I guess you could say, with the Shias, to have this hope of, you know, their son loving Rumple. But because of the fact that, as Belle said, he's too weak to even try naturally to be good and all of that. Yeah. So, it's going to be very interesting to see how he gets back at Zelina. But yeah, that's it though. Like, if you want, Belle basically said in layman's terms, if you want your child to love you, Shears ain't going to do shit. I mean, it will do, but it's not going to be... It's not the way to go about things. You need to reach into that loving side to embrace the idea of goodness. Because, you know, shortcuts and all of that is not the way to go about things. I mean, I'm sure Bella is, there is some side of Belle that is worried about, you know, what if I do fail, but it's not going to stop her from being good, being supportive, etc. So, like I said, I feel like there are a few parents out there, like, when it comes to them becoming new parents, that do have that worry about not being a good enough role model for their child, etc. But it doesn't stop them from being good whatsoever. There are no shortcuts about it. And because of Rumple's history, he needs to buckle up, really. So, well, I do find it very, very interesting, though, how Belle said you're too weak to be good. Because that is a thing that is definitely gonna, well, surely should be on Rumple's mind. Because it's not something he wants to subscribe to, being weak. So, if he really wants if he really wants his son to love him, if he really wants to be known to be a supportive father, he's got to do the right thing, really, at the end of the day. And that's what Belle is saying. Like, you know what? Yeah, you don't want to fail, but shortcuts ain't gonna do shit. And the sad thing is, you're too weak to just naturally be good, be supportive, etc. So you have to dictate a future, don't you? Or you have to make sure that you have to dictate a path that your son is going to be on in order for him to love you. When you just be natural about it, just be good. But that's not you, is it? So yeah, but like I said, it was a very, very great episode. Loving this season further and further, and yeah, some very interesting twists and turns that came about with this episode, especially with David and Snow, how we're gonna sort this predicament out. It's gonna be very interesting, but yeah, brilliant episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!